guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 7 of season 2 of Battlestar Galactica. It is part 2 of the episode Home. As you can see, I am wearing a different shirt because I got lunch on myself. So I opted to put on a shirt I just got in the mail today, which is I Love Space Shit, with a little ship we know from a galaxy far, far away. You guys can check out all these shirts at funnylittlegalreacts.com. It is down below underneath of something on YouTube. It's down there. Or just go to funnylittlegalreacts.com and you can get your own. And there's actually a Xander special design that he has drawn by hand, and I absolutely adore it. He's a very talented guy, so go check that out over there. We'll be adding more stuff very shortly, but there's plenty of beanies and sweatshirts to come. I can't wait. Good stuff. But let's get back to BSG. So the last episode, it ends with Adama rather, I think, inspired by what he heard from Dee and kind of getting out of his own way and having that self-realization that he was messing up. I think rejoining the fleet is actually the best idea, but I don't know the chaos that that's going to cause, especially with Zarek thinking that, like, now they're separate fleets and, you know, he has a chance to be commander of this fleet. I think that that's really going to be a wrench in the gears. We'll see how that works out. Like, you know, Lee said, like, Galactica, there's no shot. Like Galactica will always win. But I really love the moment that we got with Dee and Commander Adama, and pretty much her saying, like, you let us down, you messed up, you have to fix it. Paraphrasing, obviously. But I think that that's kind of what he needed to hear. He didn't want to hear it. He was angry to hear it. And normally we get angry about those things when they're true. And, you know, the one thing about him is that he's very reflective. And I don't think that in the moment he wanted to admit that he was wrong. But I think him saying, you know what, we need to get our family back together is his way of saying, I was wrong. Not only getting the fleet back together, but his family back together, you know, with Lee and Starbuck. I think Dee saying, you know, that there's children separated from their parents, where he had that laser look that he gives people of the, like, what'd you just say? In, like, the scariest way. Like, I swear that look would just, like, make me start crying. But him giving her that look, at first I was just like, oh, you shouldn't have brought it up because of Lee. But I think also that exact moment, it was probably ding, like, where he was like, damn. I love that we're doing this. And I also, like I said before, loved that Colonel Ty, even though he might, and I don't like when he does that in CIC, where he, like, openly says, like, hey, you made a bad call, or this is a bad decision, talking about Birch. And he does that quite often, and I hate that. But I think also, like, he does it as a show for everyone to see that there's a disagreement. And then when Adama makes the choice or the decision or whatever, you know, it, like, shows that they're on the same page, which is good because they should be. But I also really like that, like, he's loyal. Like, if Adama says, like, Birch is our guy, then Birch is our guy. And, you know, Ty will point out things that are not good, but that's our guy. That's our CAG. That's who we're working with. You know, you want to go back to Cobol? Really? Cobol? Okay. And then, you know, I'm sure in close quarters it'll be like, are you out of your damn mind? I appreciate things about Ty. I appreciate things about him. I don't like the Ellen factor, but, you know, I still think that he is a very solid character, and I do appreciate the good and the bad, because, you know, that's what makes somebody well-rounded. So obviously now we still have to get to the tomb of Athena. Sharon's taking us there, and, you know, she was threatened with Hilo's life. So I dearly believe that she is in love with Hilo. And I love that. Like, when they were talking through the jail cell, I was just like, I'm rooting for these kids. Like, I want them to make it. I don't know what that means with a human and a Cylon and a baby and, like, catastrophe going on all over the universe, but like there's just something that feels true about it. And I really liked Chief and Boomer, but like at the same time, like her not knowing she's a Cylon was so dangerous for Chief. It was so dangerous. And this one knows. She's locked in. She is live. She is all the synapses are firing as far as I know, that there isn't like an exterior brain cell that needs to be turned on and then she's, a Terminator or something. But the fact that she didn't kill Lee when she could have, she could have just run away and joined with the Centurions, because I'm sure that the Centurions would recognize her. There's a lot of things that she probably could. I feel like she could have broken the cuffs. Like, I don't know if they're superhuman, but I feel like they are. I just feel like there's a lot of ways that like she could have really been selfish, and she hasn't been yet. Now, of course, we lost Aisha in the last episode, which seems very, very prophetic, that it was kind of lining up with a lot of things that were in, I don't know if it's a Bible or the Book of Kobal, or I don't know if I need to know, but like in her book she's reading from. I'm sad to have lost her, but I feel like Rosalind needs to feel a consequence to this, because she really hasn't. She was put in a jail cell and she was able to escape. She was able to get somewhere where people still trust her and want her to be president. And, she really hasn't suffered a major consequence. And I think Aisha dying, like, she finally has to, like, face the fact that, like, she's putting people in danger and she's losing lives because of it. And it being right in her face, I think, is a good, healthy dose of reality for her. Now, that being said, I don't think she's going to change anything. I think even more so, she wants to make that sacrifice mean something. So I getting to the tomb of Athena. For some reason, I wanted to say Athleta. I don't know. The tomb opens up and it's the god of Nike, and they have to do something else. Like, it could be totally they get from one thing to another, and then they never find Earth. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that they are set on a course towards Earth, or they get more ideas. Ultimately, I want the final destination to be Earth and to be safe from Cylons. And I don't know if that's possible in this reality, in this whole universe. Now, with Zarek and his plan, which seems to be to take out Lee, I don't know if that's really his plan. I feel like it's to blame it on the other guy who actually came up with it, and to win some favor with Rosalind and Lee. I think that that's the best way to go about it, because there's nothing that says just because Lee's dead, she's going to be like, oh, Zarek, you're a guy. Like, there's nothing to say that. He has to win trust with them. And I really think that that's going to be the only way. Maybe. I could be completely off. I don't know. A lot of people are just like, your theories are hilarious. And I'm like, I don't know if you're being sarcastic or if, like, they are hilarious. Either way, I'm going to keep giving them to you guys, because that's what I do. I just come up with shit and hope that that's the plot. And you know what I don't make money at? Writing television show scripts. So, pretty good at predicting a lot of stuff. Again, unpredictable show. So, who knows? So, guys, I'm excited to get into part 2. This, the first episode was amazing. So, I want some spaceship. I want some spaceship. And I want some spaceship. I don't think we're going to get any. I think a lot of the action needs to happen on Kobal. If there is some spaceship that happens, it's in between the fleet, and I hope that's not the thing. And then if Cylon Raiders like magically show up and Birch is able to prove that he's a good CAG, I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in him right now, but I feel like he could learn. I don't know if this is the best time to teach somebody who's very raw, but I guess no time like the present. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Maybe put it under your poncho. I feel like if it's that important, you want to keep it dry. Is the president in good enough health to be doing this? I'm glad that they're all reading up on it, though. Maybe everyone would be on the same page, literally and figuratively and spiritually.
We gotta get out of this ravine. I don't want us to get caught in a flash flood.
I live in Vegas. We get flash floods when it rains, and it is terrifying.
Well, maybe she's seen it in a vision.
Maybe she has help.
I'm serious. She says she sees things.
Thank you for not dismissing it.
All due respect, that terrain is so rugged I can't imagine navigating it without a map or a guide.
There she is. There's your guide.
And Zeus warned the leaders that any return to Kobo would exact the price in blood.
And he's Zeus.
I'm only going to take people who are absolutely necessary. Don't try to argue with me, Saul.
Yeah, Saul. Shh. He wants to, though.
You're not in charge here, Tom. All calm traffic goes through me. Try to remember that.
Yeah, know your place.
How much longer do you want to wait, Tom?
Just keep your eyes on him.
Well, I know that Lee's not going to die. At least I don't think that they'd kill him off, but something else is going to go down. Beneficial to Zarek, I'm sure.
Part of me is glad, Sharon, you never made it in here.
Is he talking to Callie? Oh. Hi.
You decided to brighten up the place a little, did you?
Trisha serves. Like, I know it's for eye candy for men, but, like, she's stunning.
I'm the father of a baby who'll be born to me from my fancy woman. My fancy woman, by the way, who stopped being my fancy. You're not my fancy anymore.
Oh, I would not tell her that.
No, you're nothing more than common tease.
I never said I would bear the child.
Oh, wonderful. All right, then, who's it going to be?
I like this conversation.
Enough. I can't do this anymore. You're right.
Wow.
Game's over. You win.
I win?
I like this 6 the best. Chill, comfy 6.
There is no Cylon chip implanted in your brain. I'm not real. You're not really getting secret messages from the Cylons. You're just crazy.
Yeah.
Do you write your own material?
You don't believe me, do you?
No, I don't.
You should. Makes sense.
Now you've had your fun.
Oh, guys,
Why don't you get yourself
it's
checked
probably
out?
True.
Go down to sickbay and get a brain scan. That would settle it, wouldn't it?
It would.
Go ahead. I dare you.
I double dog dare you. I swear, Trisha could wear a paper bag and she looks stunning. She always looks so nice.
The north-northwest continent. Quadrant C, Sector 2, which...
Oh, Chief's going with him? Shit.
Topography's for pansies anyways.
Hey. I like topography.
Last time she saw me, she wasn't too happy with me.
She trusts you.
She wasn't happy with
Values
him
your
either.
counsel. That's what she said to me once. That you reminded her of President Adar. Don't let it go to your head. Adar was a moron.
How do you really feel? Okay, I want Billy to be okay. I want Chief to be okay. I want Commander Adama to be okay. Oh my god. Don't die!
Just being with you and Kara feels like I've come home. It's like I'm back in the fleet.
But you were never in the fleet. It was the other sheriff.
I know that. But I remember all of it.
Oh.
Getting
Should
my
she?
wings. My first trip aboard the Galactica.
Should she know any of that?
It's pretty weird, huh?
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like weird.
I do too, though.
What if the Cylon were to get a weapon and shoot him herself? There'd be a lot of
That's
confusion.
assuming that she
stress,
would shoot
panic.
him.
This has to happen, Tom. You know that.
Not until we find the two.
Smart, but also it doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to happen at all.
How much further?
Farther. Farther describes actual distance. Further is more figurative.
Oh.
Are you a dictionary now?
I'm sorry, I'm smarter than you.
Well, that's okay. Baby can have your brains as long as he gets my looks.
Yeah?
I'd
That'd be
want
a
her
real blessing
looks.
for her.
Her? You know it's a girl?
Yeah.
How do you know? Oh. Happy for him? Is he crazy? He's crazy.
Can't move.
Then you certainly wouldn't want me to do this.
Oh, fuck. I told you not to move.
That didn't sound like frack, by the way. Guys, you're in control of her. Make her go away.
There is a god, and he talks to guys Baltar. Okay.
Oh, shut up, will you?
Which is why the brain scan is necessary.
Will you stop going crazy in there?
I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. Oh, poor Gaius. I really feel bad for him. He's definitely cracked up.
Hilo.
Is it the commander? If Billy stumbles out, I'll laugh. Oh! Didn't expect that. God, those eyes. He is scary when he's, like, serious. Hug him. Hug him.
It's good to see you.
Oh.
Madam President?
Billy,
Oh.
you have no idea what it means to me to have you here.
It's good to see you too.
Oh God, Chief. Just give her a hug. Yikes.
Commander!
She's with us, Commander.
Oh my God! Oh.
I want you to die.
I didn't think it'd be a warm reunion by any means.
Commander, you gotta let her go. Die.
Oh, his heart! His heart! That whole scene was amazing and messed up all in one. Wow.
Are you satisfied?
Was that on purpose?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much, Doctor. We're absolutely positive, aren't we, that there's no,
Tumor? Chip? Problem?
Well, you can obsess over these as much as you like on your own time. Freaking hypochondriac. One on every bloody ship.
Oh, poor Gaius, but I enjoy Doc Cottle now.
Hi.
Hi.
Love triangle, but not at the same time.
Sharon.
We haven't met, but I remember you.
That was bold.
Under the yoke of President Roslin and Commander Adama.
Well, you need a different game plan.
Let it go. For now.
Zarek's smart. He knows when he can win. Ish. Not elections, apparently. You're gonna do something stupid, aren't you?
I would be dead. My son would be dead. I won't second guess that outcome.
I love when Mom and Dad get along.
I think it's time to go find this tomb of yours.
Let's go raid a tomb. I'm excited.
I'm not a person to them. I'm a thing.
But look at how many Cylons they've met.
Won't you stand by and let them kill you like the other Sharon?
I believe you, Hilo. I do. But if we're gonna have any future together, I'm gonna have to take matters into my own hands.
What does that mean?
Sharon, what the frack you think?
Trust me. Trust us.
This music sounds too eerie. I don't like this. I don't think she's gonna do something grand and wonderful.
When we get to the entrance, they'll be distracted. I'll take the father, and you take the son.
Is she gonna kill him and say like he was gonna go against Lee, or he had a plan to kill Lee, or what? I don't know. I don't know. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
I need you to know something. I don't have hidden protocols or programs lying in wait to be activated. I make my own choices, I make my own decisions, and I need you to know this is my choice.
I don't think that instills a lot of trust, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Oh, here we go. Do they know where to put it?
Stupid fracking thing couldn't come with a handbook. No, because that would just be too logical, wouldn't it?
Way too logical.
We're either in the wrong place or we're just perfectly screwed.
Find a hole and stab. So it's probably just the door to the tomb?
After you.
You're Apollo, you take the arrow.
Sagittara, the archer.
Ah, is that where the arrow goes?
He's missing something.
Do they need to get the statue back into place, or what's up with the blue light? Whoa! How did they get there? What is happening? Did they just go to Earth? Oh wow.
I don't know.
Somewhere cool.
Tomb of Athena, I think.
I thought we were already in the tomb.
I think that was the lobby.
These patterns were on the original flags of the 12 colonies. Aries, Taurus, Gemini.
Zodiacs.
This is the map. This is the map to Earth.
But how do you read it?
We're standing on it. We're standing on Earth.
But at least now we have a map and a direction.
Let me present once again the president of the colonies, Laura Roslin.
So much tension in my body right now. Much to Zarek's dismay.
I'm okay, really.
What are they gonna do with her, though?
I don't want our baby born in this cell.
Oh, guys didn't know about the baby.
Told you it would be born right here in this room.
Boomer is going to bear our child.
An honor for which she is hardly deserving, but one doesn't question God's will.
What makes it their baby?
And who are you? Exactly.
I'm an angel of God sent here to protect you.
To what end?
To the end of the human race.
Yeah, guys, try to stop her, please. Well, that cleared up nothing. Okay, so when it comes to Gaius and 6, it's not a chip. I guess. He didn't stop moving the entire time, but I trust Doc Cottle to be able to read a scan and say, yup, there's nothing there. He didn't mention that there wasn't a tumor, but I'm sure that that's what Doc Cottle thought he was looking for. I don't think he thought he was looking for a chip. So, but I'm sure a chip would stand out. So I feel like that would have been something he would have mentioned. So yeah, I mean, just what I thought was that Gaius was cracked up and he was manifesting all of this stuff, or, you know, he was coming up with all of this stuff, but like some of it is a little too on the nose. So I don't think it's really clear. Her being an angel of God, to love him, to guide him, to end the human race. He didn't seem pleased with that answer, so I don't think that that's what he wants. Although I do really like Trisha in this whole episode, from her being naked to like athleisure to like back to her red dress. Like, first of all, I always talk about how stunning she is. I don't think me saying that is like news by any means. But I do love that it's just like there's like a range there. Like when she's like in her laid back clothing, like how she's like laughing and teasing and being silly with him when he's getting the scan. I mean, she was mocking him a little bit too. But it's just... I always think that like Six isn't really this dynamic of a character, and I get proven wrong every single time. Again, still not clear. Still not clear if she is a figment of his imagination, if it is some form of, I don't know, he's so overwhelmed by his guilt for what he did that it's like, I was going to say it's his way of fixing it, but his way of fixing it is not to get rid of the entire human race. Now, the big thing was, holy crap, Earth. They were on Earth. Now, I don't know how they got off of Earth. I don't know how they got out of the tomb. I guess I'll never know. But you know what? Everybody's back together. I don't want to say one big happy family because I don't believe that that's true. I think the people that needed to believe in each other and be there for each other and support each other will be. Getting that hug with Lee and the commander, fantastic. You know, the moment with Starbuck and the commander, fantastic. The Sharon moment with the commander, that was intense. And you know, like he has every right to be angry. He almost died. So like I get it. But her saying, and you ask why. Oh, bone chilling. This Sharon is scary, interesting. See, I knew something was going to happen to where Zarek's right-hand man was going to be the guy that like was killed, or, you know, was going to be shown to be like the guy that was like conspiring, right? I didn't know if Zarek was going to do it to win favor. But the way it worked out, the way it all panned out, I think was actually really fantastic. I don't think that it really necessarily instills a lot of trust in Sharon, but I think it made them realize that she is kind of living of her own volition, that there isn't a puppet master telling her what to do. Nothing's being downloaded into her. There's no, you know, switch that needs to be turned on that's going to activate her. I think now they really believe that that's the case. So ultimately, from here on out, anything that she does, she's 100% responsible for. The music that they were playing in that moment, I was like, well, this is dark. I don't like this at all. And I, like Hilo, was like really worried, like, where's this going to go? How is this going to pan out? And I think it worked out really well. And, you know, Zarek was right. He's like, you never listened to me. And had the guy just stopped, he'd still be alive. It's like Zarek knew that there was like no path to victory after a certain point. And so he was just like, hey, let's just chill. He wasn't very happy with the commander and the president being, you know, happy mom and dad again. You could kind of see where he was like clapping, where he's like, oh God, get me out of here. So I'm interested to see like where he is going to remain after this episode, if he's going to be kind of more around the president. I don't think so. I feel like he needs to go back to the Astral Queen. I don't know. Another thing, I know that like right now the big thing is like people like men randomly think about the Roman Empire. But like quite randomly in the past couple days, all I kept thinking was, what does Ellen Ty do all day? What does she do all day? Does she have a job? Did they put her to work on Galactica? Like, I don't know. It's a random thing that pops into my head at least once a day. What does Ellen do with her spare time? Like, besides drink and cause mischief? Sleep? I don't know. That's just my random thought. There you go. One thing that I really like and I appreciate is that they could make Starbuck like very like anti-religion because of how she grew up and the trauma that she had incurred, especially, when the doctor was talking about her fingers being broken in the same place, like that she's been somebody who's been abused quite a bit. I'm not quite sure by who, because she was playing the piano music at her apartment, and she said something that it was from her dad. I don't know if her dad was the pianist, supposedly, or if like she got the music from him, but I would think that would be like a bad memory if she was abused by her dad. So maybe stepfather-ish or whatever. But normally people who experience stuff like that, they don't really have a lot of faith or deeply believe in media. I don't know about in real life necessarily, but it always seems to be like that's the trope that they follow in media. And the fact that like she seemed very inspired by a lot of what she was seeing. And then when she recognized all the statues and then, realized that they were on Earth, that they were standing on Earth looking at the brothers and sisters. I really love those moments from Starbuck, because you see like happiness, giddiness, eyes open in wonder. It's just really nice to see from Starbuck, because she's rarely ever happy, like genuinely happy. And I do feel like in those moments, she very much is. I love that Billy was reunited with the president. Like, he really thought she was going to be mad that he was there. I don't really know where he would get that idea necessarily. I feel like he should know that she has a forgiving heart. And she was very happy to see him. I'm just kind of like she wasn't even mad. I think she understood when he said, like, I don't want to be a part of this. I think she would like respected it. So it's like really weird that he thought that she'd be mad. But I'm happy that we have Billy back, and I'm happy that they were reunited, and like those moments were very emotional for me. So now I don't know if we're going to be on Cobol anymore. I don't know if there's a point in being on Cobol if they have a map. So now I think it is space. Lots of space. I'm ready. I'm ready for the journey to Earth, which I'm sure will take 2.5 seasons. I'm sure we're not going to get there anytime soon, but it was really nice to have them at least be on Earth. I don't know if it was physically or mentally they were all, transported there by the gods or whatever. Yeah, we're on our way. Super exciting. So now with Gaius thinking that Sharon and Hilo's baby is his and Six's baby, which it is obviously not. I don't know what that means for us, for him, for the whole thing. If I would say anybody in this entire universe that needs a daughter to straighten them out, Gaius would be the one. Like, yeah, here's a girl. Like, learn respect. But I don't know what the end game is with that and with the baby, and waiting for that storyline to unfold is so frustrating because it's like little bits at a time, but it's all coming together. Like, you can see the puzzle pieces forming. So I will live to be frustrated for another day when it comes to the Gaius baby storyline. But like I said, I really want good things for Hilo and Sharon. I know that is definitely a fool's wish when it comes to this show. Good things generally don't happen. And if they do, they're very fleeting. So definitely that when it comes to Hilo and Sharon and having a baby, and then with Gaius and Six and all of that, it's going to be interesting. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 2 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. How did you feel when they realized they were standing on Earth? I was beyond excited, beyond happy. I don't know. There's something that feels so inclusive about your planet being involved. Like a sentence I would never say at any other point in time, but the fact that like Earth wasn't a thing and you had these colonies and like Earth was like the mystical, 13th colony. The fact that it is A, real, B, I live on Earth. So like I feel like, oh, we're kind of famous. They were talking about our planet. Like, that's amazing. But like, I don't know, there's just something very emotional about these people being in my orbit. Literally. I love being me. I'm never going to change. But guys, I thoroughly am enjoying this series and watching this unfold and getting all those puzzle pieces and still in my mind trying to like figure out who's a damn Cylon. Right now, I don't have anybody. I got in trouble for saying that it was Gata. I hear you loud and clear. Gate is apparently everybody's favorite character, so I'm sorry. But I still have suspects. But I guess none that I want to believe would be Cylons. Except Ellen. She's almost too annoying to be a Cylon. It would be too easy to make her a complete villain. So she's probably not one. Here we go again speculating. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go. All right, guys. Remember to get your shirts, and I'll see ya.